Alright, welcome back to SimDog. So we're looking at Ultimate Fishing Simulator 2 again. As you can see. Might sound a little quiet, and that's because background music. Volume down till we get on the map. I thought we'd do a little bit longer video of looking at feeder fishing. Just so you guys could see a little bit more of it. And we could talk about like what's fun, what needs work. Which we should mention, like, it is obvious, to me at least, it seems obvious that feeder fishing is early, right? We've got this one rod support, a level 3 rod support. So you know they're going to add additional ones. It'll be more advanced. You got to assume. We don't have any bite alarms yet at all. Slingshots aren't in the game yet. There may even be more accessories that they decide to add. Who knows? Let's hope, right? We can only hope. We don't have any kind of ground bait or anything like that. I mean, there's so much more. But as you can see here, I've got 2 feeder setups, right? And one of the things I'm realizing is that hooks could matter. Like, this is an opportunity. You know, if you go and you look at the shop at all the different hook types they have, we've got Aberdeen, bait, circle. Circle aren't in the game yet, by the way. Because I feel like circle hooks are auto-setting hooks. I could be wrong, but it seems like that might be the case. Octopus, which I did try a little bit. And then carp, which we're going to buy a second carp hook. So we get down to size 12. Actually, let me see if we need to buy a second one. Let's see, that's the octopus. Yeah, it looks like we do need to buy a second one. That's one thing that's a little confusing right now. Like, let's say you have a stack of bread. You can't... What am I trying to say here? If you equip a stack of bait, then the stack is removed from your inventory, right? So, like, I've got 2 dragonflies here. As far as I can tell, I can't just use one dragonfly and then like put the other one on the other rod. I actually have to put a different stack on the other rod. Does that make sense? Anyway, it's just like something they got to work out. I don't think that. I mean, you got to figure out something there. Anyway, we'll get some more carp hooks. We've got 12s. I don't think we want to go any higher than that. I think we want these 12s. So we're going to use 12s on both. So let's go back to equipment. But it'll be interesting to see. That one's got the carp hook. This one's got the octopus. So we're going to put the carp hook on this one as well. So we're going to be using both feeder setups the same. Let's go ahead and get out there. But I guess what I'm saying is... take everything I say about feeder fishing right now in the game with a grain of salt. Because it's very likely things are going to change. It feels like it's just, you know... one of the sections of the game that they probably haven't put a ton of energy into yet. Which, you know, that kind of makes sense. Like, spin fishing is they probably see spin fishing as the bread and butter of this game. I just happen to enjoy the float and feeder fishing more. But probably a lot of their player base do really like the spin fishing. Alright, so we're going to start off down here. If you saw the last video, this is where I was feeder fishing. And but I do have another spot on this map that I like quite a bit. So one thing I'll say out of the gate about this is I don't like that it appears the only way to get the rod off the bottom feeder is to use the same key that you do to put the rod on the bottom feeder. Sorry, on the rod holder. In other words, so in most games, so to put this down, we hit E, right? And it just slots right there. Well, then to pick it up, we have to hit the same thing. So even though this rod is slotted to the number 2, once it's on the rod holder, hitting number 2 doesn't do anything, which I think is unfortunate. Like, you want to be able to pick it up with 2, and you want to be able to pick it up. If I'm standing anywhere close to this rod, it should pick it up if I hit 2. You shouldn't have to be exactly... eyed into right here. Because what that does is it just slows you way down. Does that make sense? So right now, the only way to put it down or pick it up is by hitting E. All right, so we're using dragonflies with carp hooks, number 12 size, carp tack claw hooks. So they've got that. That's what I was talking about in the store. They've got that that barb on it, right? So you would assume that maybe it's going to do a better job than, you know, just like an Aberdeen, maybe even than a bait, octopus. You know, I'm hoping that those hooks. Now, I'm not sure about wide gap. I'm not a hook expert, but it doesn't have a barb or anything. So I'm just thinking these carp hooks, maybe they are designed to auto hook a lot better than your regular hooks. I don't know, but that's kind of the hope. Because the issue right now, one of the issues with feeder fishing, let's go ahead and put this out there, close the bail and set it down. One of the issues is that it seems like, uh-oh, it's not letting me pick up this. Why is it not letting me pick it up? What am I doing wrong? All right, it does let me pick up that rod. It says set in use, but it's not in use. The only one that's in use is this one. So I don't know. We'll exit out and come back in. Maybe that'll fix it. That's weird, though. It's kind of a weird bug. I'm not used to that one. I'm going to wait, see if we can get a bite first. Maybe we'll catch a fish on this one. So one of the major problems, though, with feeder fishing right now is that the time to hook the fish seems like it's about the same as float. In other words, it doesn't seem like there's much auto hooking happening. You basically have to get to that feeder rod in about as much time as you would need to get to a float rod to set the hook. Or the fish is just going to slip right off. So that's got to change, right? You can't have feeder fishing without auto hooking. At least a strong chance of auto hooking. So, like I said, there's a lot of things that need to be worked out. The other thing we don't have yet is bite alarms. So we're seeing that, you know, we're basically, we can tell that there's a bite because we see the line moving. So having alarms will be helpful too. Then you wouldn't feel like you have to like stare as hard. So if you have auto hooking and bite alarms, then you could technically be over here like spin fishing, and then you would hear that you're catching a fish. So, all right, I don't normally have to wait this long for a bite, so I'm just gonna recast it. Let's lower that drag a little bit too, so we don't bust something right as if we hook into the wrong thing. We'll throw it a little farther this way. Just wanted to catch one fish before we reset, so hopefully just kind of see what it looks like. And I guess eventually we need to test to see if in fact these carp hooks do auto hook a little better. See how long we have till the fish is gone. Because the time to unhook was very quick using regular hooks. I'm hoping this will improve on the carp hooks, but I don't know for sure. I wonder what this bug is with the third rod. Like, yeah, it won't even let me reset it. So like the game thinks that the rod is actually down on the ground being used, which of course we know it's not, but it's bugged out a little bit. I think I might have to do a full reset, like exit out of the game and then come back. But we're not getting a game. We're not getting a bite, and I've run my mouth too long. I'm not gonna restart the video. I'll be right back. Let me just reset and come right back in. That should have fixed it. I guess I could have checked, because I noticed it was bugged out in the menu too. It wasn't just on the map. In the menu, it was bugged out as well. Let's try it down here again. Let's see if we get any bites. If we don't, we'll move to that second spot I was telling you about. And we'll put it like this. And then the second one, we are going to cast a little bit more like this, I think. We should be able to still see both. Alright, here is rod number 2. We just kind of want to go straight down the middle there. Let's see if we get any bites over here, though. And here is rod number 3. Oh no. What have we done? We've broken the game. And we can't reset it either. What happened? Hold on, can we set up a new one? Okay, we could. Well, I guess that's what we'll have to do. Isn't that weird, though? So it says rod 2 is in use, and so is rod 3. Like, it literally thinks... And these are 2 separate sets. I mean, it's not like it's the same rod and stuff. It really is two different sets. Alright, so let's go to the shop. We can fix this pretty quickly. Alright. Buy that. Buy that. And then we want to use this 3.2 line. We'll need another feeder basket. It's almost like, I mean, let's use, no. I wonder if it's the hook that's bugged it out. Because it let us put a hook in. Ever since we put the hook on, it screwed up, right? It stopped working. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we're getting a fish on. So you could see the fish. Now we're bringing it in. Hopefully this rock's not going to totally mess us up. Yeah, there we go. It's a decent fish, but it's coming right in. We don't have to go chase it down in the water. That's a nice one. These things are worth some silver, or some money. Alright, so there we go. See, it's just, I just can't stand how finicky it is. Alright, so we're going that rod, that reel, that line, feeder cage, a little bit bigger hook, and do we have more stacks? Yes, we do. This is where we have to have stacks of dragonflies. Alright, here we go. So this one we're going to try to cast over here a little bit. As long as we don't land on any rocks or anything. I really couldn't tell. This is one of the reasons why I like the other spot a little better. Okay, so now we just watch the lines. So we're fishing with 2 feeder rods. Oh, there we go. Something's happening over here. The line was moving, although it stopped now. Oh, there we go. That one's definitely got a fish, right? Yeah. Now the other one has a fish too. So we'll kind of see, like, how long does this other fish stay on the line? It's gone. That's how quickly it goes, typically. So I'm not sure that the carp hooks... Oh, no, it might still be on. That's a nice fish too. Nice brown trout. So if we hit 4, we should put that rod away. Now let's just pull this in, see if it's still on there. Nah, it had already fallen off. They fall off quick. There's just no 2 ways about it. But that should eventually get fixed. That should get fixed. So if you are, the way it is now, the way it works now, if you're feeder fishing, and you're using 2 rods like this, you're just going to miss some bites. There's just no way around it, right? With without auto hooking. Alright, we got a fish on over here, I believe. And you can see sometimes the bites just come in one after another. Oh, it's not on there. Is it? It's tiny if it is. No, it's not on there. Alright, let's put that one away. Let's pick this one up. See if we actually got a fish. Yep, so maybe I'm going too quickly. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, I guess we're okay. Maybe I'm going too quickly. I'm not really sure. If you have that underwater cam, it makes it much easier. Whoa. Look how fast that bite was. These dragonfly baits. Once again, there's no fish on. Hey, let's try leaving it right there. Just close to the shore like that. Yeah, look at that. One thing I like about doing it close to the shore is then I can see it. Okay, there's a fish on. You know? It's like you know for sure. Because sometimes it seems like it just gets moved around, but you don't necessarily have a fish on. Let's see. How does it work if we do short cast with feeder? Does it go very far? Not really. I mean, it's not the worst thing ever, but that's pretty close. Already fish on. So he swims over into the shore. You can see him. He's still on. Alright, let's watch him for a minute. He's still on. Oh, no, he's gone. He was gone. So when he started to swim away, that's how quickly he came off. We got a fish on over here, right? We really don't have a fish on. So to me, it's either... It's difficult, right? Because on one hand, you have the pressure of you cannot let it sit. You have to grab it as soon as that fish is on there. On the other hand, it seems like the game is kind of trying to communicate to me that I'm going too quick. Look how fast we get a bite right there. I'm starting to think that maybe we just put both lines right in front. Because then we know we've got a fish on, right? Then we know we have a fish on. That's our largest brook trout yet. Look at that fish out there. Okay, I can see that one. Did it already pop off? No, it's still on there. It was still on there, right? What? Hold on. I'm going to need to see the instant replay on that. Alright, fish just took this one over into the shallows over there, so we want to recast it. I guess the other thing we do, instead of short cast, we could just reel it most of the way in. We pulled it out of its mouth. So like other people have talked about, there's still some shenanigans going on in terms of like fish just really easily unhooking, right? That fish has already got that. I mean, I think the bite rate's too fast. Like you can't even get a second line in at this little spot. There it goes. Oh, it popped off. It's popping off like crazy. Alright, I pulled it out of its mouth. Did y'all see that? All right, now hold on. Let's watch this. So why is it doing that? All of a sudden it's doing that like a ton. All right, I'm not going to right click at all. I'm just going to reel. It was even giving me the press and hold command to like just collect the fish, and it still came off. It's actually gotten worse. Like when I was doing this earlier today, it didn't seem like this at all. All right, now don't do anything except collect the fish. If you like pull it in, it's going to get away. There's another $40 fish though. How much are these dragonflies? I don't remember, but we need to like just see what kind of profit we're getting on these fish. All right, let's just run to it and pick it up. Brown trout. I mean, yeah, brown trout. $36. Nice little brownie. All right, so we're out of bait. This is where I'm curious. All right, so if you look at our net, 37, 96, 8, 40, 39. I mean, we're averaging like between 30 and 40, right? There's like some outliers, but it's pretty good. I know we're making a profit because our silver amount's going up, up, up. But let's go and look. It must be like 20, maybe? Oh, no, it is 40, but we're also getting 5 of them. So if we're averaging close to 40 per dragonfly, it's like the first one is the amount of the bait, and then the next 4 are all straight profit, right? That's why it seems like we're doing so well. All right, let's get a couple stacks of those, and let's see. We need to put bait on this so it will. And then, that's not what I wanted to do. So if we hit 4 once, it'll put that away. And then we can relocate it. Relocate it. We do still have this rod in our hand, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's go to the other spot. I just want to at least show you the other spot where I've been doing feeder fishing at. But as you can see, there's still some pretty significant issues with the way feeder fishing is working. And maybe what I need to do is like, just be patient. Just watch. Just wait. See if the auto hooking is eventually happening on some bites. Maybe some of these are coming off because they were never on there good anyway. Uh-oh. Oh, now this is going to be glitched out. I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure they were ready for me to test feeder fishing yet. I think there's a lot of stuff that's just, and it's crazy, man. That third rig setup I have, it is just gone. And I don't know, until they patch that or fix it, or like it's not letting me do anything with it. I think that's just going to be busted for now. Hopefully it doesn't happen again, or I'm going to run out of slots for rods. All right, so there's 1. There's 2. I really don't want these to go far. Put that down. Then we go to slot 4. I might reel this one in a little bit. Oh, there's already a fish on the other one, so I guess I won't. Oh, it's gone already. Let's wait. It's not going to be on there. Oh, shoot. Is there a fish on there? I don't think so. Nah. There's no fish on there. So maybe I'm going too quick. All right, fish is on. I'm telling you, things have gotten buggier or glitchier or weirder, something, since I was doing this earlier. It's now harder to fish than it was earlier. Alright, fish on. Like, fish is really on. Oh, it's not on anymore. Yeah, this is bad. Compared to what it was earlier? Oh, I think the fish stayed on, didn't it? No, it popped off again. So they're all popping off right now. You know, this might just need to be... I mean, this might just be like a... You know, the most recent patch or like little mini update might have just broken it. You know what I mean? Like... Alright, there it goes. We got it. And I think we just need to run out here and pick it up or it's going to disappear. Little chub. Nice little chub. Alright, yeah, we... Oh, set is incomplete. We need to put a new stack of... You know, I did try some other baits. To me, nothing has worked as well as dragonflies, though. Dragonflies have been consistent. I guess it's possible that fish could be popping off because of the size of hooks I'm using or something weird like that. Or that I'm using carp hooks. Maybe it's actually working worse because I'm using carp hooks. Hold on, let's go back to that hook. The fish is on the rock. You see that? What is it? Oh no, the fish is still right there. Now it's gone. Uh-oh. That fish is gone. Is it still on there? Nah. Alright, let's just try it with this rod one time. Since this has a different hook on there now. And just see what it see how this is working. Alright, there's fish on. And the fish stayed on. So maybe it's those carp hooks. Not only are they not auto hooking, but maybe they're also, since they're the wrong type of hook for these fish. That's a $130 fish right there, by the way. That's a big boy. That one was a big boy. Wait, what was the quest we just finished? Oh, 30 of a certain species. Perch, rainbow trout, and then 30 of a specific species. Okay. So, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have used the carp hook. Mistakes were made, perhaps. Because that's when it started happening. I put on those carp hooks, right? I mean, the other problem is still happening. There's no auto hooking. But at least it's not, every fish isn't just sliding right off. Which I think is because I was just using the inappropriate hook. I'm not going to even go for that fish. Because it's going to slide off. I mean, it's going to unhook itself before I even have a chance of getting over there. Alright, now we're ready. I think I'm going to stand on this one. Just got to be ready for which one pops first. Hmm. I usually think when it takes this long to get a bite, you should recast, but I'm worried as soon as I do that, the other one's gonna take off. I guess we'll try it though. Oh, did you see that fish chasing it? Of course, now that one has a fish on. And it's next to impossible to put the rod, to pick it up or put it down on these rod holders. It's the worst. They've got to change the way the rod holders work. You just need to be able to be close to it, and you need to pick it up by hitting the number of the rod you're trying to pick up, not by hitting E. Because E is for everything, and that makes it too hard. You can't specify which one you're trying to pick up. It's just the worst. Yeah, the fish are staying on now, though. As long as I get to it really quick, again, like as if it's a float rod. As long as I get there really quick, the fish are staying on. Seems like. It's better than it was, at least. Alright, just put that away. Is it still on there, or is it gone? It's gone. I'm telling you, you gotta be so fast. Alright, I'm gonna sit here and watch this one. But yeah, until they do the auto hooking, it's not like you'd be able to like spin fish at the same time or anything like that. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, it won't let me pick it up. Oh, there it goes. Oh, you're kidding me. It's brutal. It's brutal. Alright, let's see how we did. 130, 160, 190. So we're up near 2,000. Even with it as buggy as it is, and it is very buggy, and there's like definitely some issues that need to be addressed. But even with that being the case, we're still doing really well. Still having fun, at times at least. There's times it's pretty frustrating, but feeder fishing works. It just needs some more tweaking. It needs to be updated. But, you know, you can, it's getting there. Like, it's not terrible. There's potential here. You don't want to catch a $10 chub, though, because that's cutting into your profit margin big time. Is there a fish on? I don't think so. Alright, see how it's coming right out on this side too? What hook do we have? The Sprout hook? I don't even know what that is. But this one does not seem to be working. Is it the hook? Are some of the hooks kind of not working? Is that the problem? I really don't know. There's so many things that it could be. It may just be buggy right now, but let's try this hook. See if it comes right out. Okay, fish is definitely on there. It's so weird. I'm like not touching the mouse. Why is it moving? Maybe it actually works better if you hold it instead of... Maybe it's the rod holder that's somewhat part of the problem. I don't know. Not really sure. But that's what you want to catch. That one fish paid for the whole stack of... dragonflies. I mean, I think once they add auto hooking to it, that fixes a ton. I mean, that's a huge deal. $22 grayling. And that's a $8 grayling. Where's our level? We're getting there. We're getting there. I think one of the main things is the game basically treats feeder fishing as if it's float fishing right now. Because if you'll notice, like, since I'm just holding the rod, I'm not having to pick it up off the rod pod and all that, we're not missing fish. But the moment you, like, add a couple seconds to picking it up or whatever, the game thinks the fish needs to fall off. Now that's a $62 grayling. That's almost 3 kilos. That's a keeper. That is a nice grayling. Is that a little brown trout? I can't tell. I think it is, though. $32 brown trout. You don't mind that at all. So if, like, you know, we've used 2 of these dragonflies. They cost $40 for the pack of 5. We've used 2 on a grayling and a brown trout. And we've made about $90. So we're about $50 in the positive right now. Is this a tiny fish or did it slip off? No, it's just a small fish. What is this? Ooh. I'm just going to release that one. It's just worth $4. Actually, you know what we ought to do is put a carp hook back on there. See if we miss fish when we're pulling it this quick. Ah, this looks like a nice something. Sure, you can just run out into the river and pick them up, but it's more fun to fight them, right? Where is it? Yeah, we're winning the fight. What the heck is going on, man? Stuff's swimming and jumping and all kinds of stuff. I'm just gonna... Is this a brown trout? That's gonna be a beautiful brown trout. It's not even my biggest, but that's $129. 7.42 kilos on that brown trout. Woo! That is a beautiful one. Alright, so let's try the carp hook again and see if we pull it that quickly if it's fallen off. Alright, so what are the... Okay, so here we go. Carp hook. Let's do it. So I guess the answer is till they get auto hooking in, just fish with one feeder and hold it. It's still a blast. I mean, it's still a lot of fun, especially with this bite rate, with this bait, this spot. Now, it might not be the best if we're carp fishing again or that kind of thing. You're going to want to be able to use rod holders probably, but for this isn't bad at all. Now, it might take us a minute to get a bite. We might have to recast and stuff. Oh, nope, there we go, right? I'm not 100% sure if that was a bite or not, so I'm not going to hold it against it. Let's try it again. I think it was, but so we might still be having a problem with these carp hooks. But let's see. All right, there we go. Yeah, we got him. He's not slipping off, right? We absolutely got him. And I think I like this spot for feeder fishing even more than the spawn spot. I think this is my favorite. It's a brook trout. It's a nice one too. $30 brook trout. It's 3.3 kilos. It's got some interesting coloration there. Alright, so we're at 1937. Now we're at 2200. I think this spot is awesome. Okay. We'll just go a little bit longer here. I want to see this carp hook in action a little bit more. Yeah, I don't think it's the hooks. I think it's just the programming. Alright, it's $11 chub. Basically, if we keep that up, we're just making like $11 on that pack of fireflies or dragonflies, but it's very unlikely that we'll keep that up. This is already something better. I don't want to risk it getting caught on the rock over here. I'm going to just go pick it up. What is that? Ooh, another brook trout. So that's $21 right there. So now we're at 32. We should try a fly. I think I've tried it before, but we should try that again. I guess that sound is supposed to be the sound of line getting pulled out or something. I don't know, but I don't like it. I think you could do something better with that sound. Another nice brook trout. That one's worth 32. So now we're way in the positive. Way in the positive now. And we still have 2 left. I think it pulled out. We lost that one. Is that a chub? It's a big one if it is. $25 chub. What is splashing at our feet right now? What in the world? It's alarming. Wait, really? We're getting a lot of brook trout all of a sudden. Okay, so there's another pack of 5 dragonflies. Once again, very lucrative. All right, let's try a fly. Now the thing is, this is a pretty big hook for a fly. So I'm kind of skeptical. I don't know if this is going to work at all, but let's just try it. I think flies and dragonflies were a couple of the first things I tried here. I think I caught something on fly, but I'm not sure. Dragonfly probably is better. Oh, shoot. Of course. Oh, I can't pick it up. So irritating. Alright, whatever it was, we got it on the second go-round. You know, flies might catch very similar things to dragonfly. I don't know. Big old brook trout. So how does flies compare in price? They're more expensive, but you can use them at a lower level. So level 10 you can start using flies. You can't use dragonflies till 12. It's kind of interesting. It also seems to have a really nice bite rate though. Maybe do fly on one, dragonfly on the other. If you can ever get it to where it's auto hooking and you can actually sustain two at the same time. But yeah, we're still making good silver, good money. We're getting there on experience. We need 70. No, we need 83 more experience to hit level 19. And we're at 2200 basically. Now we're at 2366. So it's a pretty fun way to get some money earned, actually. All right. So there you go. There's a little more extensive look at feeder fishing and suggestions on what they need to change and add. Obviously, we need bite alarms. We need auto hooking. We need to work out just some of these bugs and weirdness that's going on. But that being said, wherever we are in development, it's already pretty fun. It's already pretty fun, I'll give you that. All right, as always, thanks for watching. Let me know if you've tried feeder fishing and what your experiences have been like. See you next time.